I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
So, my name is Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Lee. I have been watching Verticals since 2023.
Oh, wow.
I've seen over 3,000 of them.
Oh, my God.
Um, I'm a single parent. I'm an Army veteran. I found Verticals as a really dark place in my life. I had just left my abusive ex-husband, and then Verticals popped up, and I was like, why not? And now I just watch them for fun, and I do reviews.
I'm in his seat.
Oh, okay. I guess my first question would be, how did you get your first vertical role?
So I actually started auditioning for them uh, about two and a half years ago. I did a lot of callbacks, and uh, this is a funny story to me. Uh, did a lot of callbacks, and they were always like, "We love you. Yeah, you're really good. Okay, let's see you shirtless." And I was not in the best shape at the time. And so I would take my shirt off and I would hear an audible, oh, which was really demoralizing. And so eventually I was like, all right, you know what? This isn't for me. They would also say after the, oh, they would go, oh, he'd be really good for werewolves because I'm hairy as shit. Um, and I got a bunch of tattoos. And so I stopped auditioning for him for a while. And the scripts started getting a lot better. I kept my eye on them, and eventually I just started giving another shot. And earlier this year, I booked my first one, which was a vampire, uh, which was so much fun. I love fantasy, and so I was like, okay, I want to play a vampire. That just sounds like so much fun to me. Uh, Unfortunately, you could have removed the vampire from the entire movie and it wouldn't have made a difference. The only time I went vampire is when I was yelling at somebody. It would be like, "How dare you! Freeze!" Blow up my fangs. Freeze! Now you get out of here. Or I had like a glass of wine that was blood.
Mhm.
But otherwise, you could have removed the vampire from it. So I hope to do another vampire one where it can be more like True Blood or something like that, and actually like go feral. Yeah. So I just started getting into them, and it's a lot of fun. You let go of the. I think a lot of actors have this ego on like the quality of scripts, and I hear people talking about all the time, like, oh, those verticals are so bad. They're so But I was in a casting room with Paul Ruddy, who's a casting director, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I totally understand." And then he inserted some plot line, and they were like, "Yeah, exactly." It was like, "Well, that's actually from Grey's Anatomy from like 20 years ago." So I think you need to rethink your mentality a little bit. Like they're silly, but they're so much fun.
Mhm. Did you always want to be an actor?
I did. I always wanted to either be an actor or an astronaut. To me, it was movies are the only thing I've ever really connected with my mom. We watch movies all the time. My dad was an actor when he was my age, and it was always that impossible dream that doesn't really exist for people. And so I went into business instead. I did some acting in middle school and high school and stuff like that in theater plays. But my creative outlet was Dungeons and Dragons and LARPing. And which was the best times of my life. But it was in my late 20s that I really took stock of everything that I cared about and everything that I wanted to do with my life, and it what I was doing just wasn't it. And so I visited a friend and magical 3 days of my life, right at a time where I was kind of just asking the universe, like, where should I go to find my happiness? And it was slapping me in the face. Like, "Yeah, this is where you belong." My dad was always pushing me to do it when
Mhm.
he was pursuing it at the end of his life after he retired from the military. And I was like, no, no, no. businesses for me. And so eventually I realized that he was right. This is where I belong.
I get that. I think just the majority of that, because I am applying, I'm submitting self-tapes, I'm doing all of
Yeah.
that because I love doing it as a kid. And then I was like, Hollywood's too hard to get into, so I went into the Army.
Where are you located?
I'm in North Carolina currently,
Oh, which
but
part?
Jacksonville.
Okay, I'm familiar. I lived for a long time in Raleigh and
Mhm.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
I moved out here to like rebuild and restart after leaving my ex-husband, so started expanding more. And I was like, I see new people every time I watch a vertical. This might be possible. So then I started.
Hell yeah.
I got headshots done when I was in LA because I came out there for Verticon.
How was that?
It was fun. Verticon was fun.
That's awesome. I love when I found out they were doing a con for it. I was like, okay, that's just cool. That's fun.
And I know they want to do it again next year.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd have as much fun as I had, but I had a lot of fun.
Have
And
you
then
ever been to like sci-fi conventions or anything like that?
it was my
This
first
is your first
convention.
con? That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
then
I was really curious how they were going to run it because I used to go to a lot of conventions for like anime and sci-fi and stuff like that. And so I always wondered, did they have like did Verticon, I know they had like meet and greets and panels and stuff like that. Did they have like merch booths and stuff? Or was it really just meet and greets and panels?
so you had like the main auditorium, which is where, the panels were. They have mics for you. Like literally the panels, they didn't even talk about shows or anything. They just answered questions. It was great. And then you had the meet and greet rooms behind it. We had an auction, which was super fun. So like Eric Gumet brought a couple of the books these like cover model on.
Hmm.
And those off. Stephen Miranda brought a couple like outfits that he had worn.
Oh, that's cool.
Casey brought an outfit. Shanna brought a script from her first one. Robert brought this like Robert Watkins brought this whole package, and it was just a bunch of different stuff, which I'll get to like everything in it in a second because it'll make more sense. And then you had photos, you had autographs. We had the award ceremony, which was phenomenal.
I didn't know they were doing an awards ceremony.
So they did the Vertical Awards Hollywood.
No way.
And they were called the Verties. But it was great because like people that weren't involved in Verticon were there. So like I met Nicole Maddox and Seth Dean because they showed up. Yeah, so we did the award ceremony. Luke Stafford performed his songs for like the intermission.
That's so
Like,
cool.
but other than that, they had one little booth. And it was, I guess it was like merch, but you could take like your photo op. So,
Gotcha.
and it was Robert Watkins' cousin.
Mhm.
Like you could take a picture with Robert Watkins, then go out to the booth and get like a necklace or a button or a mug or anything.
Yeah.
You could purchase it and have that picture on it, like right then and there. Other than that, they didn't really have like booths, which I think they might be something they're changing next year. I don't know.
Interesting.
I just
So
went on.
what's your favorite kind of vertical to watch? I have a
Mm,
favorite.
mm-mm. So I try to be not biased. Like
Hmm.
I know when I first started, I was like, these are my favorites. These are the people I'll watch all of their stuff. But now that like, especially since I started the review page and I'm contacting more actors and actresses, like I can't pick a favorite because it doesn't feel fair to you guys.
That's fair.
So like, I used to do my top 20, which were like the ones that I had rewatched the most in general.
Hmm.
So now I'm having to change that because I've seen so many and I like so many.
There's a new platform that just dropped last week called Gamma TV. Have you heard of
Hmm.
that one?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I have it on my phone. I pretty much have all the vertical apps.
Oh, my partner's over there yelling at me. Yeah, so Gamma just dropped one that uh, I did with them called Lust Cop.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, their platform's interesting because they're trying to be more like typical TV shows
Hmm.
in the vertical format. That's their plan is to make the Lust Cop was written by the creator of CSI, and so they wanted to film it like a CSI show.
Hmm.
And so it's interesting that I play a serial killer in it, and
Oh.
they want to have like a series where it's like Zodiac
Hmm.
personalities, and so they're planning on doing a whole run of them over the next year or two.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to. I haven't actually been on the app yet, but I'll check it out. It's
They
just
don't,
there.
yeah, they don't have a ton of content yet. I think they've probably got like 30 on there. A lot of them are like true crime storylines. That's their bit right now.
Hmm.
But they're expanding out. We were talking to them the other day. They want to do a bunch of Christmas stuff next year, which would be cool.
Hmm. Okay. What is the hardest scene or character that you've had to do in a vertical?
The hardest scene, I would say, the hardest character. Uh, mm, you know, I have a tough time with the stoicism that they want out of a lot of the heroes, because it's just like, okay, we need you to be cold and strong, and it to me it feels like I'm not doing anything. It just feels it's just I feel like, it's just like, I'm here. Okay, I'm not allowed to feel anything. And but every now and then they're like, no, bigger, bigger. You told me to not show anything. How can I not show anything bigger? I don't understand. What do I do with my hands? And so I struggle with those a little bit. um, but yeah, so I think I felt that way with the vampire one that I did, because they wanted him just like cold and unemotional, but like fiery in the eyes. Um, I think the the funniest scene I had to do from that one was one of the intimacy scenes where uh, Alex and I are making out on the bed, and they wanted to have my eyes glow, and so it's a close up of my eyes. Uh, but if you've ever, made out with someone, it's you're not like this. And so when it wasn't working, they were like, "Okay, this is gonna be really weird, but we want you to like turn your head all the way to the side." And so she's like this, and I'm like this, and we're basically just rubbing our mouths together while I'm going like this, like and breathing really heavily. Like she's trying not to laugh the whole time. It worked in the edit. Like with the eyes glow, it looked really good. But it was might be the silliest thing I've ever had to film. I'll say the yeah. I've done a couple villains that were tough to play because they're just unnecessarily mean to people, and sometimes it feels gratuitous, and so you're just like, I don't want to say these things to you. I have to. So that's probably the worst part of it. The worst scenes I've done is just how mean I am to some people.
Okay. I think I just watched one that you were in. I try and remember all supportings that are in them, but it's also hard. Um, but it was the Dean, my mafia protector.
I
You're
loved
Lorenzo.
that one. That's by far my favorite one that I've done. When I showed up on set, they had already been filming for like 2 days. It was the first time I'd ever been a support in one of them, and so I was showing up late in the game. Everybody was already like really friendly, and so it was kind of like I'm the new kid on the block. I don't hello. And they rushed me in, got me in a dope suit. Like Lorenzo had drip.
Hmm.
And he brought me down to the pool table, and he walked over with the script and was like, "Okay, the script is really bad, so I just want you to improvise it." It's like, really? Just like, just whatever I want? It's like, yeah, just do whatever you want, say whatever you want. It's like, I get to be an actor. Oh my god, this is so cool! And so he did that with half of the scenes, where it was basically just like, I don't want you to say these lines. I want you to just have fun, make it up. This is the gist of it. And so we actually got to play on that set. Uh, and then there was a scene where she's out in like a garden cafe, and this is the first time that we're attacking her, and they wanted me to like enter, and there was a swing on the side of the set, and they're like, "We're gonna have you enter sitting on the swing." It's like, no way. And so literally he had sitting there, Lorenzo, gangster mafia man, just sitting on a swing, just like, hello. And it was so funny, but it was so much fun. Like getting to actually play as a character. And I don't get to play like a really cool villain that often. And I get the auditions for Lifetime movies as the villain, but I never get them. And so this was the first time I got to like be a bad guy. It was cool. I loved it.
Yeah, because I don't. I think I was just rewatching it to rewatch it, and I was like, "Wait, I'm talking to him later." I was like, "Wait."
That one was spicy too. They had some spicy scenes.
It,
I walked into that set and I was just the house we were filming in was massive. I turn around a corner and I walk in and it's just this BDSM room. Is that the set or is that part of the house? By the way, I'm here for it.
I feel like all the houses are really big.
So massive.
Because I was just kind of driving around with someone while I was out there, and we were just looking at houses. And like one's been done in that house, one's been done in that house, and I'm like, these houses are huge.
They often use the same ones too, and so like I've shot in the same house like 6 times. It's like, this is my house at this point. I know the lay of the land. I got the Wi-Fi password. It's cool.
What was the most challenging thing about doing your very first vertical?
The most challenging thing about doing my first vertical. Oh, Molly's yelling at me. The placement of the actors was definitely a struggle. It's really awkward because it's in vertical format. We have to stand like right next to each other, and it's so uncomfortable and it feels so fake because usually you've got this wide frame that you can play in, but they want you to just be like right here talking and like doing things with your hands while they're 6 inches from you, and it reads really well on the camera, but
Mhm.
in person it was definitely a struggle. I kept like pulling myself further and further back to give like natural breathing room, and they're like, no, 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 you closer, closer, closer. It's like, right, vertical, vertical, right.
I've heard that, and I'm just like, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that.
It's really weird. It's real weird, especially when you have 3 people in one scene because you're like you're just packed into that frame, and it's like, how am I supposed to do things with my hands and like yell at you and interact with you all in this like this size of a space. It's like we're all standing here like this to squeeze into the frame.
Oh Lord. What was your most embarrassing film or scene to shoot?
My most embarrassing scene to shoot. Um, uh, I had a shower scene in the Infertile Alpha's Pregnant Virgin. I think they cut it from the movie. I don't remember. I didn't get to see the entire thing, but they wanted me. He didn't want to, like, bed her, and so he goes to take a cold shower, and they wanted me, like, really dramatic in the shower, all while waterboarding myself. And they've got the camera inside the shower right in front of me, and like sound guy back over here, all while I'm, in my Sunday's best. And I'm, yeah, I'm, I can just, and I don't think it ever read the way that they were trying to get it to read.
So I don't know if you're aware, but I'm in a group, and we're called the Vertical View Crew. There's 9 pages, 10 people,
Wow.
and we all are vertical reviewers. I think it's just more to like get our name out there is why I'm doing this, because I think I always do it. That and some of them are like really talented.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they've reviewed some that you're in. Um, but one of the pages has sisters on it, so they kind of work together. So there's me, there's Dahlia, who's at Vertical Films Lover. There's Megan at Real Real Drama. There's Aline, who's I.love.verticals. And she also runs Visit Vertalis. And Vertalis is like this community world thing that she created. Or she'll take a character, so like, or an actor, so like Cayman. Do you know Cayman?
Hmm.
Do you know? Oh gosh, you know Sam Meyerson.
Yes.
Okay, so she took Sam Meyerson and she made him a base character, like a Pokemon.
Okay.
And so his base character is Samsy, and that's just Sam as a whole. And then he'll evolve into other things as more roles come out.
That's cool.
She's got a boy band called the Verti Bros. She does her get to know yous, which are, like a questionnaire you fill out to introduce you to everyone. You have Jen and Karen, the sisters. They're this vertical slaps. They rate everything on a slapping scale.
Oh my god.
You have Hero, vertical_fan, our one male of the group, and he is phenomenal. You have Escapism via Verticals, who is Sarah. You have Portrait Story Diaries, who is Empress Liz. All of her reviews are collages. She'll just take things from, like, screenshots from the film. And then you have Katja, who is Short Reel Critic. And all of her reviews she does in, like, a poetry style.
Oh.
What vertical actor and actress would you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Ooh, that I haven't worked with yet. Hmm. I would like to work with Kiki.
Kyle. Okay.
Specifically because he's really good friends with one of my best friends, and he raves about him. And then the actress I would like to work with is Molly Flanagan, who is my partner. We auditioned for a lot of the same movies. Haven't gotten one yet. I think that would be so much fun. The chemistry would be so
On
good.
fire.
On fire.
Okay. What is a vertical genre that you haven't done that you would like to do?
I don't know if these exists. I've heard, pray tell, that a couple platforms have done like Game of Thrones style verticals. So that would be so much fun to me because fantasy is my life. Um, the more common ones, I would like to do a firefighter or like the hockey player. I think those would be fun.
Okay. I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I'm like trying to figure out which version.
I don't know. I heard through the grapevine that one of them did a Game of Thrones one on the set that they do The Mandalorian, which is this giant green screen wraparound. And so I don't know if that was true or not. But if it is, I'm super jealous.
I think you're talking about Nicole and Seth's dragon warrior firefighter fire one.
Probably. See, dragons. That would be so cool. I love dragons.
He's like a dragon fighter, and you know,
So
typical. She leaves because she's pregnant and doesn't want to drag him down, and then they get back together. But there's that one. There's I don't know if you've seen Squid Games, but one just came out that was like semi like it, Game of Choice.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
I've seen some of it. I haven't watched all of it because it's on a platform that I don't have a subscription to.
Which one is that?
It's on Tallflix.
Netflix.
If you were a drink, what would you be?
If I was a drink, what would I be?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm. That's tough. I would be. Oh shoot! I don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't
How
have
do you
to be
answer
an
that?
alcoholic drink.
What would be? I would be.
It doesn't have to be alcoholic if that's
I
what
know.
you're saying. Okay.
I know. I got it. I got it. Oh shoot! I don't know, man. Uh, Pineapple juice, milk.
You would be pineapple juice?
Pineapple juice. I'd be pineapple juice.
Why? Why would you be pineapple juice?
It's delicious. It's sweet, but if you drink, no, it wouldn't be pineapple juice. No. I don't, what drink would I be?
Smoky whiskey.
I'd be smoky whiskey.
Why?
Well, because first off, smoky whiskey is the good whiskey, but also it gets better with age. You know, you taste it and it reminds you of memories. It's joyful. It's delicious. It's refined.
I heard about the last half of that because you froze on my side. So I got it gets better with age.
It gets better with age, you know, or wine. I could be wine. It's delicious. It's good for you. Gets better as it ages.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is a quote or saying that you like to live by?
Never give up. Never surrender.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you were quick with that one.
I'm quick with that one. Or option 2 is ask forgiveness, don't ask permission.
Why are these the two that you live by?
Never give up, never surrender is from Galaxy Quest. My favorite movie of all time, the perfect movie. But I I was raised to. Well, I was raised with that mentality of like you are going to fail. That is an inevitability. What matters is that you pick yourself up. The most important steps a person can take is the next one. And so whenever you do fail, you just go again. So never give up, never quit. Because as long as you persist, you will succeed at what you're doing. And ask forgiveness, don't ask permission, because do whatever the fuck you want. We spend so much of our lives in our own heads, worried what everybody else is going to think. And if you just do the thing, most of the time, it's going to work out. And the rules are meant to be broken, baby. Rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, that's fair. What advice would you give someone who is trying to get into the acting world?
A lot of advice for people getting into the acting world.
Don't do it.
No, not at all. Not at all. Look, the acting world is savage. It is brutal. You could do everything right. You could be the best actor and still not succeed. That is a quote by Patrick Stewart. And so my advice for people wanting to get into acting and or the vertical world is, again, never give up. Just keep going. You never know when an audition is going to work out. You never get feedback for it. And so treat the audition not like an audition, treat it like the one time you get to play a character and enjoy that moment, because you probably statistically you're not going to book it. And so just enjoy it and don't take it as a personal slight. Uh, I've I've been up for roles, and uh, I've been like in callbacks and first round choice that they end up going for somebody else, and you never know why, and it's never because of you. It's you, maybe you look too much like the other actor, or maybe they decided they wanted to have somebody with blonde hair instead of brown hair, and like you never know. And so one of the hardest things about getting into acting is not letting the rejection of it just destroy you. And that happened to me a couple of years ago, and I had to shift my mentality on how I approach this business, because it is a long game. It takes 10 to 20 years for an actor to gain any real momentum. Verticals are changing that a little bit, which I truly love. Back in the 90s and 80s, most major actors got their start on uh, soap operas. And they reuse, or they use so many new faces in soap operas, so you could build credits and build a resume to move yourself forward. We don't have that anymore, and verticals are changing that. You have people that are in their very early 20s that just started, that are making a living acting, which is absolutely incredible. And those actors are moving forward and booking larger and larger roles outside of verticals as well.
Mhm.
And so it's changing the game a little bit for actors getting experience. Uh, and Yeah, and so never stop uh, training. I'll always train, always critique yourself on like how can I do that better. But don't look at it negatively of like, oh, I did terrible, I'm doing so bad at this. It's like, no, you're doing a great job. But at the end of the day, it's an art, it's a craft, it's a skill. It takes time. You got to put in your 10,000 hours. Uh, and so never stop practicing, never stop working, even if it's just self tapes at home. Um, and especially when you're really early on, don't say no to things. Just if it's a tiny role, just do it, because like it's fun. That's why we're doing the thing.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think the biggest part is for me is just don't stop, because the people that quit are the ones that don't succeed. But that is really, really tough when you do a lot of auditions. I booked 2 things last year, 2. Uh, and when you do 10 auditions a week, booking 2 is heartbreaking. Uh, but it comes in waves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a role that you had or on a film that you did that you would like to get more attention because it didn't get nearly enough?
From verticals
Yes.
specifically, I would say I'm gonna say the Mafia Boss one. I want to see that one. I want to see that one go even bigger. Even though I wasn't the lead. I want more people to see that one because that was my favorite.
You want more people to see you on a swing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have any questions for me as someone who has seen so many and that reviews them and runs 5 pages for verticals
Yeah.
on Instagram?
First question is you don't have a favorite genre.
What? No, not really.
Um are there any genres that you just do not like?
I don't have a genre per se, but it's more of like things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they made this a genre, the banquet humiliation scenes.
The
There is,
banquet scenes.
I've seen 4 now where the entire vertical is the banquet humiliation, and I'm like, why? What is the point of this?
Plus, those are so just draining to film because it's one giant room. So even though if I don't have a line in a scene, I'm still there, and so you have to be there the entire time, and it's like keeping track of where everyone is. Oh my god, those are tough.
I can't imagine. Like, I understand if you have like a scene or a couple scenes, right, where it's she's the hidden heiress and she's trying to tell everybody that she is and nobody believes her. I get that part, right? But a whole vertical about banquet humiliation, I can't do it.
Okay. Mm.
We were talking about
So of the male actors, uh, who's your favorite and why? If you could pick, or why do you prefer? No, yeah, who's your favorite and why?
I don't have a favorite. I literally can't have a favorite.
That's fair.
It just I tried one day because I think I get asked this every time because they're like, what do you mean you don't have a favorite? And I'm like, I don't. And I sat there and I tried to pick an absolute favorite, and I'm just like, I can't because you guys work so hard at these and you do your best, and everyone has something different about them that I can't pick. Even if you do the same storyline as somebody else, you have that different flair.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer.
You were
That's a good answer. Hmm. What genre hasn't been done that you would what's a storyline that hasn't been done that you'd like to see?
I want to see like a pure horror vertical.
That'd be so cool. We were
Like,
literally talking about that yesterday.
like Scream or Friday the 13th. Any horror movie could work in a vertical sense.
It could
And
work.
I think it would do I think it'd do great. And it would bring in a whole different demographic. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the word I was trying to find.
Yeah.
And like more guys would get into it because it's not just all about drama and romance.
It really would bring in a different basis. I think that's Gamma TV's goal is to like bring in that demographic into the vertical space. Uh, who knows? Maybe they'll start doing horrors.
Or like pure comedies, like The
Like
Hangover.
I think comedies would be fun. Uh, I did one that was the scripts the scenes I got to see were really funny. It was about a cave girl that was coming to the city.
Yep.
And have you seen that?
Yeah.
How was it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was comical.
I was runner up for it, and I was really really sad that they didn't give it to me. Because like the two scenes that I had the audition for were really funny, and as I was like, oh, we're doing a comedy. This is fantastic. I don't know if it actually was that because I didn't get to see the whole script, but the premise to me sounded just ridiculous. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Do you watch movies outside of verticals?
I
No?
am on what I have been calling a horizontal strike.
Really?
Because besides like my daughter's shows that I don't really pay attention to, they're just kind of there. I haven't watched anything horizontal, like actually sat and watched it since January 2024.
Wow. Why?
So like I said, I have ADHD. And so even if I have something on, like a TV show or something, I'm never like fully paying attention to it because I have to like occupy my brain with other things. So it'll be like writing something on my computer, writing poetry, reading poetry. And I don't know, there haven't been many stories that have come out. I'm a big horror movie person. Like
Mhm.
I love them, but the newer horror movies don't really appeal to me.
No, that's fair. I kind of agree. The new horror movies really just they're just not doing it for me. Hereditary was fantastic, but beyond that, I've got
And then, other than that, I'm just like, but I'm feeling I'm gonna have to break my horizontal strike next month.
what comes out next month.
It's called The Disinvited.
Okay.
It's about and one of Ryan's in it, Ryan Ray Vincent. This like dude gets uninvited, like disinvited from a wedding, but doesn't know, so he shows up anyways. And it's this like thriller
Okay.
type of movie. It comes out November 18th in theaters, and I'm like,
You gotta see it.
no, I have to watch
If you don't break your strike for that, I need you to break your strike for me
Okay.
in December. My partner and I wrote a Christmas movie that's going to be on streaming services in December. I will send it to you so you can see it. You got to do that for me.
Okay.
It's super cute.
Because my friend was like, "Hey, we should start watching like Halloween movies because that's normally what I do around this time." And I was like, "But Verticals, God,
Such
Verticals."
classic Halloween movies. Hocus Pocus.
I like put them on for my daughter, but I don't sit there and watch them. There's at least 3 new Verticals drop every day.
Accurate.
And then I have all the ones to watch that I haven't watched yet. And like If Only You Loved Me More. Ryan, I think you're in it too.
Yep.
Yes, you are one of the brothers.
Yeah.
That much I do know. Haven't been able to watch that yet.
Okay, that one was okay. That was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
I've never done one that was like a trio of brothers, and so it's like we were basically on camera together the entire time that we're together, and we had to say a lot of stuff in unison, which was surprisingly hard. And Kate uh, could not do it, and so it would be if we're saying like what, it'd be what every time.
Man,
Yeah,
that
that was
one.
a good one. Also, Jeff is just wonderful to work with.
That
He's
one
such
was
a sweet
introduced
guy.
to me by Jeff because he goes live on TikTok. But he had mentioned that one in his live one day. I was like, first off, I met Ryan. So because I was talking to Jeff and Jeff was like, this one is, coming out. He's like, I'm actually the one of the good guys. And I was like, now I have to see it because a lot of Jeff's he's the bad guy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. So then I got all excited for it. And it dropped.
Actually, I got to do a second one with him a week later where he was the good guy again.
Is that the one that's coming out soon?
Yeah, I don't remember the title of it.
I think it's on Drama Box as well.
Funny story. Both of those projects I didn't actually book.
Okay.
Both projects, the actor had to drop out last second, and so originally, in the first one, it was a friend of mine, and he was dropping out to do a short film that he really wanted to do, and so they called me and they brought me in 2 days before the project, and so that's the first time I got to meet Jeff, and then 2 weeks later, I got a call because the actor playing the bad guy broke his leg. It was literally the night of. It was like 9 p.m. that to be on set at 7 a.m. And so I got to work with Jeff back to back twice.
Is it the Unwanted Wife Strikes Back?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. I'm the shitty husband in that one. Which was okay. So that was another one where we got to play a little bit because they my sister in it is a wonderful theatrical actress, and so she was really excited to do like improv and stuff like that. And so at the top of every scene, while they were setting up camera, getting ready to roll, she and I would just bicker like siblings and then go into the lines, and that was so much fun. um oh, that was also the first time I've ever broken on camera. Because like when you're laughing, I pride myself in holding it together because I never want to be the guy that ruins a good take. And there is a scene at the end of the movie. I won't spoil it, but I broke so hard when she embodied entitled bitch so well, and it's a single word line that was just it was perfect, and I died. And I mean, I think I ruined like 6 takes in a row because I was
Oh no.
laughing so hard. I couldn't hold it together. I couldn't. I think they ended up moving to close to like they're probably using a single on her because could not keep it together. It was just the perfect embodiment of just entitlement. Just lost it. I lost it. It was another one of those banquet scenes where we're all in the same room together. It's like I'm ruining all of these wide takes. I'm so sorry.
I have a reminder set for it because Jeff also was talking about that one. Ask him about his cats. And then you started with your cats and I was like, perfect.
Like they are the prime of my life. My boys are so sweet. They're 10 years old. Their names are Edward and Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
They're twins, but one's black and one's gray. When I went to pick when I went to get kittens, I fell in love with one of them. The whole litter, and I saw him, and it just locked eyes. It was just like fated. And I'm sitting there holding this adorable little kitten, and looking at all the other ones, and I was like, I'm just not, drawn to any of them. Obviously I'm going to pick one of them, but like, this one's markings are okay. This one's markings are okay. And they were like, oh, we found another one hiding under the bookcase. And they brought him over, and it was a matching set. They're twins. I was like, it's a matching set. I have to have it. And they are so sweet. Edward is like a dog. He wants to be held 100% of the time. He was the one that was sitting on me a minute ago. He's my big boy. He's just he also only has 2 brain cells. But he's so sweet. Alphonse is the smaller of the 2, and I like to say that he's wise. Like you can see thoughts going on between his eyes. And yeah, he's my sweet little special boy, because he's that corner cat, but when he likes you, he wants to be on you all the time. Otherwise, he's always just like, yeah. There's my boys.
I mean, is there any other questions that you have for me?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Brains, yeah.
Other than that, I don't have anything else, at least not off the top of my head. Thank you for rescheduling. And,
Yeah. Thank you for rescheduling.
Look, it wasn't my fault.
Nah, that was me. That was all me. I don't know how to read.
Did it tell you 8 p.m.?
It had it listed as New York time. And it still had it listed as New York time, so I did math.
That's so strange.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh yeah, I scheduled it for this. Oh. Oops.
But I mean, if you don't have any other questions, we've gone a little bit over our time, which is fine. I didn't have anyone after you, so.
More for me.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you again for doing this.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a wonderful pleasure, and I'm gonna go watch If Only You Love Me More now.
Let me know how you think.
Oh, I posted a review about it. Don't worry.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
You too.